Happy April 2021. This is going to be your general tarot reading for April 2021. The decks that I'm using this month, I decided to go completely fantastical. And so I'm going to be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments, the Star Spinner Tarot for clarifiers, and the White Rabbit Oracle cards number 1 and number 2, and they're mixed together for clarifiers. So it's completely fantastical. That's going to add a different flavor to this month. This reading may or may not resonate for you because it's geared towards a collective, so it's up to you to decide whether it resonates or not. If it doesn't resonate for you, you may want to check out the readings for your other planetary placements or rising signs, whatnot. See if any of those resonate for you more. I'm going to be doing these in order of the most views that I got for March. And so it's going to be in that order. And feel free to subscribe, share, comment, like, do whatever you want to support my channel if you feel like. I would really appreciate it. If you would like to skip through the shuffling process, there is a timestamp down below in the description box for you that you can click on. It'll take you straight to the beginning of the reading. I'm feeling perfunctory even though I'm late this month, and so I have a feeling these readings are going to be a little bit shorter than usual. I'm hoping that the messages will come out clear for you. Okay, happy April, you guys, and if you happen to be an Aries sun sign, happy birthday. Or an early Taurus. Okay, see you in a minute. Bye. Hello, Gemini. This is going to be your general reading for April 2021. I'm trying to adjust the microphone where my breathing is not so loud. It's so hard to find a happy medium with this microphone. I think I'm going to start researching into a better microphone instead of using a headset. Possibly a standing microphone that can pick up on things more powerfully than this one. Even if I have this microphone 2 inches away from my mouth, it makes my voice sound like it's coming from far away. All right, here we go. Gemini for April 2021. And we'll see what comes out. All right, 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. All right. The first card seems rather straightforward, so I don't think I'm going to pick any clarifiers with it. Well, actually, maybe I will. Okay. All right. All right. Your central energy for April is the Four of Wands. So perhaps you are on the precipice of making some kind of a commitment, whether it's a commitment to a relationship, to a future business, to a new home that you have just moved into, or a home that you're thinking of building, land that you're thinking of buying. It's some kind of a commitment. It's the beginning, foundation of something that is going to last in your life for quite some time. How you build this foundation now is going to affect your future. With it, you have Major Arcana, the Moon. And so I'm getting that you definitely want to know all of the information about this before you make a commitment or before you decide that you're going to go with this new foundation. There may be some elements in this that are hidden or mysterious to you where you're not seeing all of what's happening. Or you may have some insecurities, emotions coming up, feelings of, is this really for you or not? Needing more illumination in this matter. This commitment is stirring up emotional stuff for you that you have to look at on figuring out where this comes from. Is it founded in reality, or is this fear an illusion? Are you actually dealing with what you think you're dealing with, or is there something else going on that you're not aware of? There's something hidden in this matter that you need to look at further or have illuminated to you before you can make an informed decision to really call something yours or to continue to build something. You may just be longing for stability and longing for stability in your life. Maybe for whatever reasons, emotionally, you're not feeling all that stable right now, or you need physical or active stability in your life because internally you have a lot of tides and shifts going on. Your challenge is Major Arcana, the Lovers. So if you're thinking of buying a house is almost like getting married. It's a big commitment. It's something that you are committing to. This is a huge choice, whether it's a business, a relationship, a home, a family situation. It's bringing up a lot for you to look at because you want to make sure you're making the best choice for yourself. It could be that your fears or your emotions or your insecurities in the matter are getting in the way of you being able to make a choice. I feel as though there is an easy companionship here, or there are genuine feelings in this, which is why it's hard to decide. But let me pick more on that. You're wondering if this is really the relationship for you, or if this is really what you want. I'm getting kind of a split between wanting freedom and wanting to continue to cultivate something that has just begun. How can you have both? How can you have the commitment and yet also have freedom or have the ability to move or the ability to change? I feel like there's a split between relationships and freedom in here. So with the Lovers, you have the Three of Wands. You may be looking at different options or wondering if this is really the best choice for you. What if there's something better around the corner? Once you have committed to something, then that's it. And this can, like for instance, if we use the analogy of you buying a house is a huge commitment. Once you buy the house, you will be able to continue to build on it, make repairs, make additions, change things as necessary to create what you want. But what if you bought a house thinking that it was the right house for you, only to have 2 months pass and see a house that is much better for a cheaper price that you could have waited for? I'm getting commitment jitters in this, or commitment insecurities of wondering if there are bigger, better things for you out there than what you're thinking of settling down with. Or somehow worrying that if you settle down, it will take away your freedom to be able to pursue other things in your life. You may be wondering if you're really in the right place. You may be thinking of traveling or trying to relocate to a different environment, or wondering if you're in the right place. Or whether you should leave a relationship or an existing structure in your life behind to go explore other things. It's a big choice because you still have ties or connections with what you already have going on right now. It's not an easy choice to make. So what is helping you is the Nine of Pentacles. It may be that your intuition is trying to tell you something. It may not be the right time to commit to something just yet. You may want to hold off. What is helping you is to come from a whole place and to realize that you can also create what you wish no matter what. There's mixed messages in here. One message is that your fears may be unfounded, and just because you are beginning something new that will stick around for a while, doesn't mean that you are losing your freedom. What is helping you is to still be yourself, to still have your own personal freedom, to move around, to grow, to evolve, to create what you wish. And just because you are making a commitment doesn't mean that you are losing yourself. It could be something to do with children. I just got an analogy of, once you have a child, your singlehood is over. You are now tied to another being that you have brought into the world, and you will no longer be single ever again because now you have this other person in the world with you. It's almost like your single identity or your individual identity changes when you have a child. Could be similar to choosing to be in a relationship, is all of a sudden there's somebody else's free will in the picture, or there's somebody else's wants or desires in the picture. And how do you balance relationships and yet still maintain your individuality without losing your identity in a relationship or in a role? And there's no need for you to hurry with this. Actually, usually Major Arcana, the Moon, this process of being sensitized or being overly sensitive to your subconscious usually takes about a moon cycle or a month. So this may not be a month to make major decisions just yet, or to start in any new direction just yet. It seems as though you're still figuring out what you actually want or how you actually feel about something. Do you want to be in a relationship, or do you want to be single? What is helping you is, no matter what, not to give up your own individuality or your own sense of self for anybody or anything in your life. And also, there might be something in here, if you're thinking of buying a house, you might be battling with insecurities, thinking that somehow you need a partner in order to build a house or to buy a house or to create the reality that you wish. It's almost like What is helping you is to realize that you don't necessarily need to count on anyone else in order to manifest those things. You can do it on your own and be solid. So let's pick more on that. Tell me more about the Nine of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. What is helping you is to realize you can create your own abundance, and you can do it on your own. That no matter what you face in life, you don't have to feel left out. There's the Five of Pentacles. Maybe perhaps in the past you have struggled with money, or you have had to deal with poverty, or not having enough, or the feelings that you are lacking something, or that you need something, or you have needs that aren't being met. But your best possible outcome is that that is no longer going on, or you no longer have to endure something like that. Instead, you can actually have what you wish, feed yourself, feel fulfilled, where you don't necessarily need anybody or anything in order to feel whole. That the lack is over, and you are able to create abundance for yourself as an individual, where you can fulfill your own needs. That the hard times with money are over. Okay. At your core, in your instincts, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So you are making progress slowly but surely. You are slowly but surely moving forward. You definitely have goals and outcomes that you are striving towards. You are having to be patient. Things are possibly taking a slower level of time than you would like, but it seems as though you're off to a good start. Let me see if I get anything more on that. Or what is helping you is you will reach your destination. At your core, you're willing to do the work, or you're willing to plot forward to get to that goal and not to give up. But let me see. Tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles. This could also be a person. The Four of Pentacles. You need to travel, even if it's just temporary. You need to walk away temporarily in order to get your head straight on how you actually feel about something. So with the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles. Notice that there is a fence or a barrier in front of her. Looks like a metal gate or some kind of wrought iron gate with chains and locks on it, and she's clutching a house. And up here in the Four of Wands, there is a house or a couple that is on top of the house, or a boy or a girl, boy and girl. It may be time for you to venture out of the house or away from what is familiar to you, because something about your existing structures in your life has become too limiting, or you feel bound to responsibilities or bound to something that you are creating. Money might be a little tight, or you might be afraid of money being tight, but with this as what's helping you, I don't really see that. I see that more as a fear based off of past experiences that you have had to deal with. But hang on to what you have out of a fear of losing it is not the way to live your life. You may temporarily need to go on some kind of a vacation or a trip, or to go traveling away from what is familiar so that you can get your head straight on what actually matters to you. And so you are freed up to potentials or possibilities and choices for yourself that involve more freedom instead of feeling bound to responsibilities. You may be inviting someone to take a risk with you, or someone may be inviting you to take a risk with them. But somebody here, whether it's you or someone else, is clinging to the familiar and is afraid of change or afraid of progress. This is an emotional experience either for them or for you, and you should give yourself or another enough space and time to be able to process what they're actually feeling and what is actually going on with them. Okay, let me pick one more from a different deck. Awakening. I actually see a lot of beauty in this reading of you going through some kind of a breakthrough, or somebody that you are close to going through some kind of a breakthrough where old constraints or old feelings of being bound are finally being released so that you are able to have more freedom, or so someone else is able to have. There's such a stark contrast here. So there's feeling trapped, feeling bound, afraid to give out too much or share too much out of the fear of losing, or the fear of loss, or the fear of not having enough makes you want to clench on to what you have. Or this could be another who's going through this. It's an internal process of need. It has to do with needs. Or where the need comes from. There are healthy needs that we all have as human beings, and then sometimes there are unhealthy needs that we have, or the need is coming from an unhealthy place. It seems as though you're really going deep, looking at why you feel the need to hang on so badly, or where this fear of loss comes from, and how can you release it, because it's interfering with your actual reality, when actually it seems to me as though you're quite blessed in a lot of ways. Look, there's freedom, possibilities out there that are possible for you, future adventures to embark on, wide open spaces, being able to be aware of everything that is available to you, and to have freedom for travel, for experiences, for adventures, also to have companionship, and to be able to build and have healthy structures in your life, things you are excited to begin with, or to get started with, or to continue to grow. And where you can also be healthily yourself, to be involved in relationships where you don't feel as though you have to relinquish your own individuality. You should be able to have both. You're becoming aware of all of this, or you're awakening to these more subtle realms that influences subconsciously the direction that your life takes, or the directions that you take. So in the recent past, there is the Seven of Swords. You've been possibly keeping some things to yourself, or you've been reluctant to share what you have. Again, there's like a clutching, holding on to, possibly being silent about, holding on to something, trying to keep something a secret possibly, or keep something to yourself and not share it. Or this could be an energy that you have had to deal with from another, of feeling as if there's a whole aspect to them that you are not privy to be able to know. It could be a very private person, or you could be a very private person with certain things, and it's not easy for you to open up, or easy for someone to relinquish control. It's like a fear of a lack of control, or a fear of someone stealing what you have, which is one reason on why this woman is clutching the house, her existence, and why there are so many locks on the gate. She's afraid of someone stealing from her or stealing what she has. But keep in mind that when you are coming from a whole place, energetically, no one can steal anything from you. Sure, in 3D reality, someone could actually break into your place and steal something that you own, or steal your money, or steal material possessions. But no one, when you are coming from a healthy, whole place, no one can steal your energy, no one can steal your time, or to steal parts of you away. And when you're coming from a healthy, whole place, it makes it energetically very much harder for someone else to steal from you. Or it may be that you want to hang on to your individuality, and there are some fears cropping up for you over sharing too much of yourself with another, out of fear of loss of your identity or your freedom somehow. You may be struggling even with doubts in someone else, in a partner, with their intentions. You may have the best intentions or want to build something with another, but because of past experiences, you may be afraid that they are not being completely honest with you, or that there are some kind of strange hidden intentions in the matter that need to be illuminated. But be careful, because this could be coming from a place of fear or insecurity rather than reality. So let me pick a little bit more on that. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords in their past. Or perhaps you're battling with some feelings of, or battling with someone else who has fears of losing you to another, but that makes you feel like they are overly needy and makes you want to run away. Someone here has insecurities, and that could inadvertently sabotage the situation. When we're involved with people that show aspects of neediness, or needing to control, or needing to hang on to the loyalty or the partnership, it can make someone feel not free. It can make someone feel trapped in a relationship with someone who does not trust them or allow them to be who they are. So tread carefully with this, whether this is you having to deal with a needy partner or someone else processing your neediness, or wanting to hang on. Whenever there is someone who is trying to hang on so hard, it can oftentimes drive other people away. So let's see. Guidance. Listen to your higher self, or ask your guides for help in this matter. It may be that you've even been hiding certain aspects of this from yourself on understanding it completely, on where this comes from. and you may need some help, or you may need to go to someone for some guidance. You might be in the midst of making a major decision that may involve a lot of daring on your part. And it's not so easy. And so you may need to go to someone who can help you with some much needed advice or perspective or guidance of some kind before you take some kind of a risk or are daring enough to change or to relinquish control or to walk away from someone who is being too controlling or emotionally manipulative. Okay? Your best possible outcome, again, is to walk away emotionally from what you have been experiencing in order to find some clarity or just to recuperate. You might need to go on some kind of a trip or a vacation or some kind of journey that will help you figure yourself out simply by having a completely different environment around you. If this is some doubts cropping up or indecision about a relationship, you may need to separate yourself temporarily in order to regain clarity with yourself, because this is what's helping you to come back to yourself, to be able to process what is healthy for you and what is not healthy for you. Or it seems as though you long for something different from what you've been experiencing, or you long for adventure or to experience something completely different. So let me find out more about this Eight of Cups. Tell me more about the Eight of Cups as their best possible outcome. It may just be time to walk away for a little bit, leave the baggage behind, and to become whole again, to come back to yourself again, so you know what you want. Or even to walk away from experiences you've been enveloped in so that you can regain emotional clarity on what's actually happening with you. Yeah, the Three of Swords. Walk away from heartbreak, walk away from pain, walk away from feelings of being betrayed, possibly. This could even be walking away from remnants or ghosts from the past that involved these things. Or this could be realizing that a relationship is not as workable as you thought, or the same issues keep on coming up, or there's been enough done or said in the matter where you can no longer return to the way things used to be with it. You may need to walk away in order to heal your heart. Or this could just be an internal process you're going through too, of healing your heart from past heartbreaks. If you are going to choose to be in a relationship, you need to make sure that you are healed and whole in order to be able to walk into one. But because this is what's helping you in here, it may very well be saying it's time to leave a relationship behind so that you can cultivate yourself more and come back to yourself and heal yourself and be able to draw in what you actually want. But this may be hurting somebody else too. It might be hurting somebody else for you to walk away, but it seems as though you need to. Let me pick one more. Queen of Cups. Honor your own emotions. Pay attention to your emotions. Honor your emotions. Let your emotions be your guide, or your intuition be your guide. It's important for you to take care of yourself emotionally. If you feel guided to do something for your own emotional health, then you need to do that. Even if it hurts another, or in order to heal hurts in your heart. I'm getting a feeling of acceptance from this. And she's holding a ship. And she is holding a ship. Maybe it's definitely time for you to get away, or to go sailing off into the distance to distance yourself from the situation, or to go explore different emotional waters. All right. There is the Five of Wands in the future. Strategy. Strategizing what your next move is. Not allowing someone else to manipulate you or outsmart you. Feeling manipulated. Realizing that you want to take matters into your own hands instead of being a pawn in some kind of a game. Okay, let me get more on that. Inner conflict over what your next step is. Different parts of you want different things. What is the best way to go about getting what you want or reaching your destination or winning? Let's see. The Sun. I would say get out of your head in the future and just go towards what makes you happy. You have the Sun. Or you manage to get out of a manipulative situation and get out onto the other side and have success in the matter, so you never have to deal with that again. Or you will no longer fall prey to that again. It seems as though instead of being somebody else's pawn or being a pawn in this situation, you are taking matters into your own hands and deciding where you go, which is towards happiness and self-fulfillment, or expressing yourself fully and shining in whatever talents you have without reserve. Or you illuminate the truth of something that has been manipulative. Maybe you're realizing that you have been manipulated, or you yourself may have been slightly manipulative. Or you will have success with your next move and your next strategy that you're trying. That you will be able to outsmart difficulty and end up in happiness. Okay, so you right now are the Two of Swords. You're having a hard time making a decision. Go figure. You did have the Lovers as your challenge for the month. It's a major decision. It's a big decision on what direction do you go in? What do you choose from here? What is your next move? What is your next move? But it seems as though whatever your next move is brings happiness to you or illumination. Here's the Sun, and before, I believe you had the Moon. So before, something was hidden, and in the future something is illuminated. You will be able to make some kind of a choice with your eyes open. But let's look. What are you having a hard time making a decision about or getting clarity on? Maybe you overhear a conversation that got some doubt in your mind about something, or you are a witness, not a witness to something, but you hear of something that maybe starts making you feel some doubts. But let's see, there is the Nine of Pentacles. There you go again. Yeah, do you choose to leave a relationship and be single? Do you choose to cultivate yourself? What is your next move with what you want? Other people's needs and wants aside, what do you want? Because you can create it. Do you want to be single? Do you want to do things on your own? Do you go with what you want? Can you create what you wish? What are your potentials and possibilities in this matter? How do you fully walk in your own shoes comfortably? Maybe you overhear other people's, because I'm looking at these two birds having a conversation, and the fact that this person's eyes are covered. She might be listening to these birds talk. Maybe you've overheard people talking about you, on how they see you, or whether or not they think you're capable of certain things, but you should be listening to yourself. You shouldn't be listening to other people's opinions on what you're doing with your life or who you are in general. Maybe these two birds are her thoughts going back and forth. Okay. In your surroundings, you have the Five of Cups. So there is a sense of sorrow, a sense of loss. Maybe you had high hopes for something and it just hasn't turned out the way that you thought it would. And you're feeling disappointed and emotional about something that is changing. Both of these are fives. Something is changing. You're having to let go of something or walk away from something or release disappointment. And it's a very emotional experience for you. This seems like a healing month for you, where you really need to take good care of yourself and listen to yourself and acknowledge what needs to be released. Might be feeling swamped with emotions, or just the acceptance that something is over or that something has been painful. Let's see. Tell me more about the Five of Cups and their surroundings. Maybe something hasn't worked out, whether it was a business or a relationship or a home situation. Maybe you thought that you were going to get a particular house, and then at the very last minute it was withdrawn. So all of a sudden you're realizing your hopes were in the wrong place, or your hopes have been dashed. But it's just change. A decision to finally accept the fact that you feel a certain way. Or feeling sad because you feel as though you thought you were being seen, but it turns out you were not being understood or seen, that you felt invisible, like you didn't matter to someone, or they just didn't see you for who you actually are. They perhaps may have been in love with an illusion of you or who they wanted you to be instead of you. Or what you have surrounded yourself with you have realized is no longer fulfilling you, and it's time to make a decision to go towards what you actually want and to leave the past behind. So your hopes is that you can create what you wish, and that you will be able to make a living or make money off of something that you fully enjoy doing and that you have talent with. That you can create your own reality based off of your willpower and your talents. And by opening up your mind to possibilities and also by positive transformation. Your hopes are for positive transformation and to create what you actually wish. To be able to work, to be able to enjoy your work. And your general outcome is that you need a break. Again, there's a huge message in here about taking a vacation, going on a trip, getting some silence, coming back to yourself, walking away from a situation, finding internal peace with acknowledging that something has changed, freeing yourself, relaxing. This woman in the picture is relaxing. Instead of being on guard, where is it? Instead of being on guard, her body language is completely open and trusting. Nothing is threatening her. She is able to relax enough to take a nap. This woman in this picture is completely stressed out, clutching onto everything that she's got out of a fear of losing it. Her body language is clenched up. It is not open body language. So your general outcome is that you need some peace of mind, or you need to heal and relax and feel your feelings and feel them according to your own natural cycles and timing. And when you come out of this state, you will feel awakened. You will understand what you're doing or what's happening. You will be able to see what's available to you. So let me pick one last message. Hopefully that made sense or helped you in some way. Enchantment. Empowerment. It's important for you to empower yourself and to go with how you feel, to express from the heart. This empowerment card is reminding me of, where is she? Here she is. This empowerment card is reminding me of the Nine of Pentacles. You can create what you wish. Follow what enchants you. Follow what brings you bliss or joy, or what you feel drawn to create or sing into existence. It's okay to be enwrapped with beauty and to follow the piper. Follow your intuition. Follow what enchants you. It's okay to be empowered and enchanting. It's okay to enchant others. Maybe for someone you've been involved in some kind of a relationship where you felt locked down, like you were behind bars, or you weren't able to go enjoy yourself. You weren't able to go out, to go enchant. It's like you maybe had a jealous partner who didn't want you to enchant other people and wanted to keep you all to themselves. And it is perfectly okay for you to shine and be yourself and be enchanting. You have total freedom. You shouldn't be in any kind of a situation where you feel bound or where you feel like you can't be yourself. To express your own emotions, your own needs, wants, wishes, and desires freely, because that's actually how you feel. And to not hold back. Yeah, okay. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys soon for the mid-monthly readings. If you would like to check those out, I'm definitely going to be doing those this month. I didn't do them last month. So, take care, you guys. See you soon.